Mabuhay, kamusta kayo, and welcome to another video. So we're in a heat wave in the UK at the moment. Today and tomorrow we're expecting some very high temperatures by day and night. Could beat our all-time temperature record set in 2019. Especially tomorrow, where some parts of the UK could hit 40 degrees or more. Even in the area I'm in, it could reach 40 tomorrow. We've also got a red warning issued for extreme heat, which is the first time that's ever happened in the UK as well. Now, where the cacti in the greenhouse are concerned, I'm not too worried about the high temperatures. It's them being sunburnt I'm more worried about. Even though they are desert plants and in habitat are used to extreme conditions, in cultivation it's a different story, especially here where they're not used to these conditions. So like I said, the heat isn't really going to be an issue for them, although prolonged high temperatures can make them go dormant. I don't think I've had any of mine go summer dormant, but it is something to be aware of if you're growing these plants in hot locations. For more about that, I'd recommend you watch the latest video by Anna of Cactus Caffeine. She grows her plants in Las Vegas, where they get very high temperatures way more often than we do. She goes into a lot more detail about the challenges of growing these plants in a desert environment. So the first thing I've done to protect the plants in the greenhouse during this hot spell is I've got some 90% shade netting, which I've put over this side of the greenhouse. This is the side that gets the intense midday sun. I do already have shade netting in the greenhouse that's in there permanently, but I think that's only 20 or 30%, so having this netting over the greenhouse as well is going to block pretty much all of that intense sunlight from coming in and potentially scorching the plants. Of course the door will be fully open today and tomorrow, as well as the window. This will help keep temperatures down and create airflow. Speaking of airflow, I think one of the most important things is to have a fan that's constantly keeping that air moving. Hot stagnant air around plants is not good. The fan will help keep them cool, and also keep the pots they're growing in cool as well. I use a lot of black plastic pots, and if I didn't have the fan in here and let direct sunlight hit them, they'd get very hot, and that heat can radiate into the soil and basically cook their roots. So having a fan or two is definitely a good thing to have. Already up to 31 in here and it's only 10 AM. So what I'll do throughout the day is check the temperature in here every hour. The highest temperature I've recorded in the greenhouse since having it was 39.9 degrees Celsius. And that was last month when we had another hot spell of weather. I'm expecting it to go over 40 in here today, and tomorrow it could be mid to high 40s in here. I might even record a time lapse of the thermometer reading. We'll see, it might not be a good idea to leave the camera in here. But if I do, I'll add that footage now and be back with you after this ghastly hot weather is over. So strangely, the temperature today reached the exact same temperature as it did yesterday, 43.8. I find that kind of weird because it definitely felt hotter today than it did yesterday. So I don't know, maybe that's the maximum this goes up to, or it's broken. I did put it on this lower shelf, so maybe that's why. That's probably why the camera overheated as well, as no air from the fan was blowing over it. That's why the time lapse from yesterday was a bit shaky because of the fan. But anyway, it was a very hot 2 days. We did beat our temperature record in the UK today as well. Don't think anything is official yet, but it went over 40 degrees Celsius in several locations apparently. Next thing we need is some rain. This is our lawn, or what's left of it anyway. We haven't had any significant rain here for a good month now, and I could do with some as my water barrel doesn't have much water left in it either. Not that I'll be watering the plants just yet. They did get watered a week before this hot weather, and it wouldn't be a good idea to water them yet just after these hot temperatures in case some of them do go in a dormant state. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't think my camera did, but it's working fine now, so no damage done thankfully. Let me know in the comments what temperatures you've had recently, not just those of you in the UK, but I know a lot of places have been experiencing very high temperatures as well. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and comment, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell as well so you know when I upload a new video. You all be safe and well, and I shall see you next time. Salamat po paalam. Bye for now.